Will, does yours go faster than Martyn's? Slightly. Member of staff's car. Perfect opportunity for a roast. Will's just jumped in Martyn's disco and we're going to dyno it. Martyn doesn't want his truck dynoing, doesn't want anyone to know that Will's makes more. What's your disco like? Is it anything like this one? Curiosity has got the better of us, hasn't it? What I like about the Power Flash so much when it comes to coding injectors, if you've ever used a Nanocom, that little screen, that little pressing the little goddamn thing. Click right. Okay, done. Written. Right, imagine that. Still be doing your first one on the Nanocom, wouldn't you? You got 1 more horsepower than Will now.
Yeah, 1 and way more as well.
That'll do it, I'll hoik it forward. Alright, Will.
Alright.
What are we doing?
Big dyno day. On my crap tune.
Will's bought a Disco 2, it's already tuned. Today let's find out what it makes. So yeah, we're going to be tuning it as well, of course, and making it right. He says, well...
Says it's a stage 1.
Yeah, right. Previous owner says it's a stage 1. We're not so sure. Obviously we're going to dyno it, we're going to show it. Will says the graph's going to look something like this.
It drives like
that. It drives like that, so... Sort of mods has it got on it already? Is it completely stock with just a tune, or... What year is it? 2002, so it's got 15p in there, no doubt.
Been tuned by these people.
Tuned by these people, who are we looking at? R&G. Obviously Martyn's popped in, because Martyn's a Disco 2 boy as well now, and Martyn's really keen, because, Will, does yours go faster than Martyn's? Slightly.
I don't know.
But a bit of disco envy on the go, so yeah, I'm going to have a bit of fun today. We're going to get a baseline for it and then we're going to be tuning it, but in between tuning it, Will, you fitting a bigger intercooler? Bigger intercooler going in. Silicone hoses and stuff, putting the alive boost hoses, because at the moment, stock boost hoses, stock intercooler, and it's got a Dorenza coolant pipe, okay. Standard turbo. And any plans for a bigger turbo or anything, Will?
Not at the minute.
Not at the minute.
Just a hybrid.
Right, so, oh, a hybrid turbo.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, D2 on the channel today. Staff car, so we get to rip it a bit more than we might usually. So now we can have a bit of fun with this one.
You can blow this one up. It doesn't
I can blow this one up, so right on the limiter. So yeah, right, let's get it strapped up. And have you done any diagnostics on it or anything?
Well, everything's in range. Even math reads.
Right.
That's about it. I don't know what it's boosting to.
Right, well, we best get the power flash on it as well while we're at it, get some data. And yeah, we'll see you in a moment. Right, so Will's bigger disco, and it just fits in the cell. So he's a lucky boy. You won't have to take that off for the dyno, but anyway, we're here. What stickers has he got on the back? He's a member of the Caravan Club. You remember the Caravan Club, Will? Used to be. All right, so Discovery.
It's got a stainless back box as well. Yeah, that's extra power, that.
What is that? The exhaust.
In fairness, whoever put this together initially has done a good job of it.
Right.
Oh, I say done a good job, we don't know that. They've spent a lot of money on parts.
And Will's going to ruin it, of course. So you two guys have already been green laning, and apparently this didn't have a mark on it. It does now. So Will's going to ruin a really good one here, but
we had to get it out of the system.
You had to get it out of your system. Yeah. So yeah, of course, with these two, we're the owning Discovery 2s. Plenty of banter. Who's his fastest? Who's better driver off-road? So Will's, if you didn't know, Will's done quite a lot of trialling in the past. Yeah, so Will's, you know, no stranger to a bit of mud. And obviously Martyn has just done his first season of motorsport in the Freelander.
Yeah, Freelander Trophy.
Yeah, so...
but I will say, as it stands at the minute, How many times have I recovered you, Will?
I've recovered you once.
He's recovered me once. I've recovered him pretty much every time we've been out. Every time, and that's not an exaggeration.
I've recovered the pair of you during work before.
That was Will's fault as well. That was Will's fault.
Awesome. Right, let's get you strapped up and we'll give it a run. Right, so obviously, bit of disco envy. There's a bit of muck in the back of here. What's all that?
Well, he pointed out how much backy mine had got in it.
Backy. You mean?
If we say backy, we
You mean dog hair?
Dog hair, dirt.
So Will's not cleaned this one. Yeah, obviously it's a D2. It's going to get used. There's no point in detailing it, is there? No. So, in places, you know, got a bit of a story. So, obviously, member of staff's car, perfect opportunity for a roast. So, yeah.
What do you reckon to them then, Sue?
What do I reckon to him?
Nice, huh?
I think the font's wrong.
The font's right, the size is wrong.
That's it, scale. It's all about the scale of it. Now, I've just been warned to hang on to the steering wheel because a bit of wheel wobble. Oh, get the power flash going. Let's check this thing out. So, set the brakes off the dyno. Let's put some load on the dyno. Let's go 100%. It's a manual disco as well, just in case you was wondering. And this video is going to no doubt internally cause a bit of banter between the two guys. So put it on a 200 horsepower scale, 4-wheel drive of course. Right, so we'll look at this on the power flash. So first of all, click live diagnostics and let's see what's going on. So a couple of codes for road speed missing. Pretty standard. Select some parameters that we want to look at. Let's just go with those for now. So that's boost, air temp, coolant, temperature and RPM. So we use those just to log, just to get us going, just to get a baseline. Then we do get onto tuning. We'll be looking at a few other parameters, AAP and IQ as well. Making sure that it's delivering what we're asking. It's always a good one. So, yeah, if you're not familiar with it, if you're new to the channel, alive, power flash. So let's get this one rolling. Heard a noise from the back end. We'll strap this one up for me. Let's see how much of a good job he's done. You've done all right. Thanks, Will. Always got to check. Very lazy on the throttle. Window switches are the wrong way round. Gotta love a disco too, haven't you, with a bit of character. So we've seen some interesting discos in recently, and I think we've been neglecting to show a few discos as well on the channel. A few of you have been saying, show us a bit of disco love. Here we go. Bit of wheel wobble, so 134,000 miles on this one. 134,000 miles, so not too high mileage, but you know, it's had a life already, and Will's going to give it another one. So yeah, just warming it up, just 50 degrees coolant at the minute. Definitely want to see way more than that. Get it up into the mid-80s. So I think Will says this feels like about a stage 1 sort of power. And we'll find out. Dyno will tell us, it doesn't lie. So still warming it up, and when you go full throttle, it feels horrible. There's a lot of hesitation, quite a bit of smoke. You can see it through that, see it in that wing mirror. Very hesitant. The graph, the power graph on this one's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm pleased it's Will's because I know I can definitely lay into it.
There are all of our guesses of where we think it's going to be.
Oh, all right. Okay. What do the lads think this one's going to make power-wise? What's going on with that wheel, Will? Sounds awful. No? You can hear it. So rule 101, why don't you allow people in the dyno cell? If that flies out and hits you, it's going to be like a flipping bullet, isn't it?
Catch you with your teeth, couldn't you?
No. All right, let's turn this fan up. Yeah, hesitates. Yeah. Feels like a right sack. It has got a cream interior, slightly cream. Put you back there. Right, so still need to sync. All of the lads have guessed what power they think Will's truck's going to make. So you got Jace giving it 167 horsepower, Martyn 168, Will 170, and Jack 171. I think this is going to make less. I don't know. We'll find out. Well, got some wheel wobble. There's a lot of drag on the axle as well from these tyres slowing down really quickly. It's either that, he's got a brake that's dragging. We'll have a look at the dyno, we'll see what power out the wheels has it got, what transmission losses has it got. So ready to do my first run now. So bring you in. I think about 120 at the wheels, maybe a bit less. Here we go. Oh, God. Right, what you got? 188! Woo! 188! No wonder it's faster than yours, Martyn. It's not a bad stage one. It feels awful, Will. Right, the graph. The graph looks better than it feels.
I can feel that on the road.
Right.
Feel it.
Yeah.
Strong though, and it's really lazy to set off.
I wonder if you're feeling that though more than anything. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. Where's the list?
Where's the list here? You're all wrong, and I said it'd be less.
Who was closest?
Me. No, Jack. 171.
Yeah. Who's closest on torque though? Oh, as if Jack beat us.
I know.
Right. So, that was actually pretty scary with that wheel wobble, Will.
Did you get wheel wobble?
Yeah.
You didn't actually have any
Just
wheel
a bit.
We were winding you up.
wobble. Yeah. You don't have any on the road.
Do you want to dyno it? Go on, Will. Let's dyno your own truck.
Is that bad?
No, it's fine. So Will's been doing a bit of dynoing recently, and we'll let him run his own truck. So hang on to that wheel, Will. Got a bit of a wobble to that, hasn't it?
Only 1.155.
Not a lot of boost, yeah. Not a lot of boost, so yeah. I could have revved it out a bit more, I think, Will. Could have revved that out a little bit more. It's scary with that much wheel wobble, isn't it? That wheel.
How fast?
That back wheel's like
What speed was it doing?
120 kilometres, so like 75, 80.
I think it's going to do good power.
That's what I mean, if that's the starting point.
It seems a mint engine.
So Will wants this one, what's the term? Fully sent? Yeah. As hard, death map? Right, so Will, an expedition. That's a bit professional for you, Will.
You can't have expedition truck and full send.
That's why you have a switch wheel map.
Meet Will, okay? So we're going to be turning Will's truck up, let's just say that. So 183 on that run. Would have gone a bit further. I think you bailed, didn't you?
Yeah,
It did, this back wheel, like, all over the place.
I wonder if that's what I feel on the road. Like,
You wait till you dyno mine. Them rodeo ball things that you get.
Oh dear. So yeah, that was Will's truck. Stinks of pee a little bit. And yeah, we're going to... Will, what are you doing? Fitting an intercooler?
Intercooler hybrid.
Yeah.
Hoses.
Intercooler, hybrid turbo and some hoses. We'll be back soon.
What are these wires?
Yeah, what's all that about?
Not sure.
You're not sure? Join them together, see what happens.
I mean, they look like a relatively fresh brake, to be fair.
Oh,
There's this side as well.
join them together, Will.
Put your tongue on the end of it.
Spares.
What power do you think it'll make?
What
With a hybrid on it.
With a hybrid, I think it'd be good. I think it would do
I can do
220. Oh, I'm going 220.
210, 215. Torque-wise, I think it'll be 440,
440.
450-ish at a push. I think it's a good engine. I think it's healthy.
We're going to send this one hard.
But I'll lose. Don't get run over.
Get run over. Not by a Disco 2. Where's yours?
It's at home.
Yours is at home?
Yeah.
Shall we dyno Martyn's?
Yeah, what next?
Martyn's
I don't know
scared.
what I know, though.
Martyn's scared.
It's not about being scared.
Yeah, it is.
If it does less figures, then it's going to cost me a lot of money to try and chase what his has done. Or his will do.
Anyway. A bit busy outside. Very busy. Land Rover. L200. Van. Civic Type R. Martyn's. Don't know whose that is. Jace. Companies. Will's just bought himself a Beetle. Hour 2. And does this happen to be Jack's new first car? Maybe. So what's going on outside? I think Martyn's... Will's just jumped in Martyn's Disco and we're going to dyno it. Martyn doesn't want his truck dynoing, doesn't want anyone to know that Will's makes more. So Martyn's I'm sure that that's got an alive tune on it. So this is Martyn's Disco 2. We've had a few people on the channel ask, can we feature it? I quite like it in red. I don't know about you, Will. I quite like it in red. Yeah, I like the early shape headlights. It stands well, this one. When he got it, it was a bit of a smelly one, this one was, when he first bought it. And he's put new springs on it all around, brakes on it all around.
Shame it's rotten.
Shame it's rotten. Well, you've got to love it, haven't you? What's your Disco like? Is it anything like this one? So, yeah, what's that?
Filler.
Filler. Okay. And previous owner had a dog.
He's also part of the caravan.
He's also part of the...
Sticker in the front window on this one.
Right, okay, so... Oh,
Canoeing.
Canoeing. It's nice. What's going on there? You done that, Will?
No.
So Will's just pointed that out. Yeah. So, you can tell that this one's Martyn's, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So, if Martyn tells you, right, when Martyn bought this, it stunk, okay, to say the least, yeah? If this doesn't tell you that this didn't stink, yeah, how many you got?
We're just doing the roast.
Right. We're mid-roast, so excuse me, this doesn't involve you.
Get the seat.
Don't forget, I've got the seat in. So anything you want to say, anything you want to declare, Martyn?
Not really.
No? So, what, Tempe? Tempe, Disco 2, alive tuned?
Yeah, live tuned.
Yeah.
But apart from, this was the one, if you remember in a video you mentioned it got the,
Tuning box.
Tuning box.
And where's the tuning box?
It got put in the bin immediately.
Okay, best place for it, but it would have been nice to test it against it.
Well, I think Gaz had it. I think he binned it or dismantled it or one of the two.
Gary's got a tuning box fetish.
It was removed pretty much straight away.
Right. Fair enough. Let's have a look under the hood, Martyn. Let's have a look in there. What you got? 2 JZ? LS? No, you know it's a TD5.
More than you can afford.
More than I can afford.
Couldn't at least give me a chance to clean it.
No. Yeah, Will did get to wash his before it came on. So, right, you can tell it stinks.
I was doing some trailer work with it last night.
Right. What, a big recovery job?
Yeah, no, not really.
Oh,
Moving a car from one place to another for a friend.
okay.
Yeah, it's not a lot under it. Pretty much standard, apart from split charge system.
Yep.
Some bits that need to change. This wire for the winch, which is actually an earth,
Lovely.
which for some reason is red.
It's red earth.
Draped across the top of the engine.
One of my favourite things about your truck is the dampers.
The dampers.
Super gas.
It's super gas dampers. Yeah.
Just love the name. Don't like the damper specifically. Just to be clear on that.
No, there's lots of stuff that's going to change, but at the minute it's just repairs, maintenance. It's had pretty much every power steering, pipe, pump.
You need to do some welding on this.
Welding?
Yeah, Will's just been calling you out for your rear sills.
Oh, no, only a little bit, just usual places. But if you look closely on Will's has gone in exactly the same place. So,
Well, when Will's goes on the ramp, we'll have to have a look underneath Will's as well, because he says his is mint.
Oh, it's far from it. Far from it.
Right, okay. Right, we'll get this one strapped up and we'll give it a power test, see what she makes. Any estimations?
I don't think it's really mega. I think it should be around 165, 170.
Proper sensible then.
Yeah. I never... At the time, it was still on the stock intercooler.
Yeah.
So didn't want to push it too hard.
What is that a standard intercooler?
Yeah, well, it's still on standard intercooler. Yeah.
Right, okay.
But yeah, it was more for chuck the roof tent on it, take the kids out.
Just to make it go better than a standard one, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going hybrid turbo.
Yeah.
And that sort of stuff.
Now, Will's going real silly with this.
Yeah.
We need to get him convinced to get a VNT on it. One of the GTB 450s.
It'll happen.
It'll happen, yeah.
If I buy a hybrid, he'll then buy a 450.
Oh, yes.
But what I should really do is wait for him to buy a 450, then I'll buy his hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
We'll see. So, yeah. I was just saying, in red, it's a good colour. And I like the early lights.
I was going to say, I prefer
I like the early lights. He's got his cheeky private plate on there as well.
Yeah, I do prefer the pre-facelift over the facelift models. These headlights don't tend to suffer with the water ingress and everything else like the new ones do.
Proper glass?
Proper glass lights,
Yeah.
As you can tell from the smash one from the last outing.
Right.
But I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it, yeah.
Will it have as much wheel wobble as Will's?
It shouldn't do. I had them all balanced the other day.
All right.
So, yeah,
Properly balanced or?
properly balanced.
Okay, well, we'll see. Will's was so scary that he didn't keep his foot in and go to the limiter when he dynoed it. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Right, get this straps up, give it a run, see what it's got. Right then. Let's get communication with the power flash. Right, so ready for a run in Martyn's Disco 2. A lot of fans for this truck on the channel to say it's never officially been featured on the channel, so let's have a look at the dyno screen. And yeah, we will compare this to Will's just for those that are interested afterwards. So we'll do a run. Again, this was tuned, never on the dyno. Just looking for something that's going to make the vehicle a lot more usable, so there we go. So that has made for quite an interesting looking graph, and off camera Martyn was saying that the injectors from this, when he bought it, didn't run too good, and he said that the injectors came from a 200,000 mile engine, so we've got a big dip at 3,000 RPM, so better set of injectors would help. The horsepower is still on the climb, but I think it was about ready to drop off.
Overlay us doing.
Overlay. Oh, yeah. Got the keyboard.
I'm quite pleased with that.
Are you?
With the figures overall.
Right.
I've said for a long time it seems to die at 3,000.
I think you're right.
And it's just flat as anything, which obviously this backs up that same.
Yeah, it's strange how it picks up against the strong with the horsepower. Boost was stable at that as well. So.
What was it going to?
1.3, just over 1.3.
So
it made it and it kept it there throughout. I think the initial run up here, the torque, the initial ramp was stronger than Will's. Let me just save this one, bear with me. Right then, so big moment of truth, Will's versus Martyn. So on the screen, Martyn's Discovery. Let's bring Will's in. So Martyn versus Will, what we're looking at? Well, Martyn's got more torque.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get to 2,500 RPM, Will's kind of takes off. You can see that. Obviously, the skinny line is Will's Discovery. Will's was the silver one, and but Will's Discovery is about to have a bigger intercooler and a hybrid turbo and some live hoses and a big alive map. So yeah, but I think overall, I mean, just off camera, Martyn was saying he's quite happy with his results. I think a better set of injectors than that would make considerably more power.
We'd said for low down, day to day, feels absolutely great. But I have said before, sort of that top end, it always seems to drop off.
Yep.
But we're not sure whether it's injectors or whether it's the map being tailed off or not. I'm not entirely sure. I'd need to.
Experience would tell me that has got a poorly set of injectors in it. I've dynoed. I couldn't even count how many cars Land Rover.
It does occasionally start lumpy.
Right.
So I do have another set of injectors to put in it at some point.
So get them fitted.
They're on the shelf.
So let's go. So right, those of you that are a fan of the channel, hopefully you've enjoyed this video so far. We'll follow it up once Will's got his intercooler fitted and turbo So yeah, no doubt we'll see you in about a minute's time with everything done. Yeah, see you shortly. Right, so curiosity has got the better of us, hasn't it? And we just popped a set of replacement injectors in there that we've known, we've taken them out of an engine that's done 200 horsepower. Obviously it's got a 200 horsepower map on it, but we know they can go about as far as what a stock Td5 turbo can go. So we're not going to change the mapping, we're just going to fit these. I'm just about to code them in now, and yeah, we'll see if it makes any difference by fitting a different set of injectors. Right, so we're going to code these injectors in, and what I like about the Power Flash so much when it comes to coding injectors, if you've ever used a Nanocom, that little screen, that little pressing the little goddamn thing, well, using a Power Flash, you get to use a proper keyboard. So yes, so much better. Number one, please.
November Delta.
Yep.
Lima Alpha.
Yep. Number two.
Lima Foxtrot Lima.
Yep.
Foxtrot Alpha.
Yep.
Lima Bravo Mike Bravo.
Yep.
November Charlie Golf Hotel Alpha.
Yep.
November Mike Golf Foxtrot Alpha.
Click right. Okay. Done. Written. Right. Imagine that. Still be doing your first one on the Nanocom, wouldn't you? Right. Right then. A replacement set of injectors have been put in this one because curiosity has got the better of us. So genuine seals have gone in there as well. Genuine injector seals. Just having a bit of jip with the keyboard here. My fingers are still a bit sticky. So just warm it up, and no changes to the mapping or anything like that. And we're going to just do a run. We'll load in the background on the screen. What did it do last? And I wonder what it'll do. Will it be better or worse? I think it'll be better. The vehicle that these injectors came from, I saw it do 197 horsepower. I can't remember the torque figure, but there was nothing to really complain about. So let's get it warmed up. So for what it's worth, 170,000 miles on Martyn's Discovery, apparently 20-something thousand miles ago. It had an engine rebuild, but no proof, no history, nothing on paper anyway, so did it really have a rebuild or not? So 170,000 miles on it, just doing what I can at the minute to bring the air intake temperature down a bit. Just been warming this up, so let's do a run. There we go, full throttle, different set of injectors. Oh wow! So 187 horsepower, so those were worth fitting. Interesting curve, mid-range, with a strange dip at 3,000 RPM. So is that the turbo? Whoa. Definitely an improvement from those injectors. It's exactly the same curve, so interesting, very interesting. Right, so that was Martyn's Disco with a different set of injectors. Look at the difference, the horsepower. So that was 15 brake horsepower, 15 horsepower gained at the top, and this point here where the differences with the torque between the two, between originally and with the replacement injectors, that's 20 Newton meters at best. So all the gains start to happen from, what, 2000 RPM. So yeah, interesting that. So that's just basically a, a decent sort of strong stage 1 on a standard intercooler. That's doing really well, that, isn't it? So Martyn was just saying he wants to go for a bigger intercooler. Now I think, because his intake temperature is getting very high, we could see around 195 horsepower. Torque might be about the same, probably be a bit stronger at the top end of the rev range. But yeah, he's got the bug for this one. He's only had it, I'm guessing, 3 or 4 months. He's spent a lot of money on it, an awful lot of money. He's got the bug, just like probably most of you. What have you been doing, Will?
Nothing.
So Will's got that intercooler in there.
Somewhere in
You're never going to see it. But we'll know it's there. When we look at the data, we'll see it, of course. And what you got next, Will? Turbo.
It's on.
It's on?
Yeah. It's on, done.
Okay. So, onto the dyno.
Quick shot.
So a little bit of a look around the shop as well. Very nice Mercedes in for service work and brakes.
Me again.
Martyn, yep. There's Des on the ramp. Des is just having a bit of winter prep and some repairs as well, really. Des just having a few repairs and yeah.
I will do a vlog at some point. Yeah, lots of repairs.
Lots of repairs. So another one that's having some repairs as well. What's missing from the front? Yeah, lots of stuff. So damaged the radiator at its last event. Did end up on the podium though, so not so bad. 110, might have seen this on another vlog. Been waiting for a few bits for this, so did some pads, anti-roll bar. He's had a pair of calipers as well. Vented discs. He's gone for a remap and an ultimate intercooler as well. So stage 2 mapping on this one. And Martyn's just kicking his off. So this video will no doubt be done over a couple of days because we're at the end of today. It's time to bring all the vehicles in. But we'll have wheels on in, for you guys, a couple of seconds. More horsepower. You got 1 more horsepower than Will now.
Yeah,
I'm
way more torque.
But he has just fitted an uprated intercooler, so.
Doesn't matter though.
Yeah, it will.
Cost him a lot more money to get that horsepower than it's cost me to get that.
That's it.
10p for the win.
10p for the win. I don't know about the win. 10p doing all right.